This whole chapter is about solving equations. So there's different types of equations that we're going to work on. Linear equations was the first few sections. And these are also linear equations, but they're a little different. They talk about consecutive numbers in these equations. So consecutive means right in a row. Like if you had 5 consecutive wins, if you were a team, there'd be 5 wins in a row. Consecutive integers are integers that are right in a row. For example, 4, 5, and 6, or 19, 20, 21, 22. Or you can even have negatives because integers are negative. So negative 5, negative 4, negative 3. Okay? Sometimes problems involve finding a set of consecutive integers. So if something were to tell you what's the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 24, what are the integers? So you have one integer, we'll call x. We'll call the other one something different because it's a different number. We'll call it y. And we'll call the other one z. And they add up to be 24. But here's the thing, you're kind of stuck. They're all different, so you have to have different variables in a sense, but you can't isolate your variable as 3 different kinds. So we want it so that this is represented by x, and this has an x in it somehow, and this integer has an x in it somehow. But how can we do that when they're all different? Well, if you look at these integers, if we were to call this 4x, 5 is the number 4, right? Plus what? Plus 1. And 6 is also the number 4 plus 2. So if we say 4 is x, then 5 is x plus 1. And then 6 is x plus 2. So this is 1 space away, and this is 2 spaces away from the original x. So that's what we can do here. This is 1 space away, and this is 2. So to set it up, your first integer is always x. Your second integer is 1 away from it, and then the third is 2 spaces away from it. So it says sum means to add. So add all the integers and set them equal to 24. So that's my first integer. We said this was our second. You can keep the parentheses, you don't have to. That's our third, and that's going to equal 24. So I have 1x, I have 2x's, I have 3x's. 3x. And then I have 1 and a 2. So that 1 and 2 create 3. So I just simplified. So just like before, I simplified before I solved. Then to solve, we subtract 3 from both sides, divide by 21, and my answer is x is 7. But let's look back at the question. We don't want to know what x just is. We want to know what all the integers are. So if the integers are x, x plus 1, and x plus 2, well, then it's 7, 7 plus 1, and 7 plus 2. So our integers are 7, 7 plus 1, which is 8, 7 plus 2, which is 9. Okay. It says you try. The sum of 3 consecutive integers is 57. Find the integers. The sum of 4 consecutive integers is 130. All right, so go ahead, pause the video, and come back. All right, the first integer we don't know, but we know the second integer is 1 space away, and the third one is 2 spaces away. So what would it be? So we combine our like terms, 3x. We combine our numbers, 1 and a 2 make a 3. And then we just go ahead and solve for x. You have to show me this work or you will not receive full credit. Because yes, you can guess and check, but as these problems get harder, guessing and checking won't work. You need to learn how to set them up. 3 goes into 5 one time. And then that'd be 24, 18. Therefore, your numbers are 18, 19, and 20. If I add them all up, do they go to 57? Yeah. Beauty of math, you can check your work. All right, 4 consecutive integers. The first one is x. The second one is x plus 1. And then x plus 2. And then x plus 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 x's now. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just simplifying before we solve, and then go ahead and solve. All right, x is 31. But the question asks you to find 4 consecutive integers, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Do they add up to 130? Okay, well, that's going to be 120, 127, 28, 29, 30. Yep. All right, so this is part 1 of consecutive integers. You can go ahead and stop it, and then your homework's going to be that worksheet right in your notes after these pages. So not this one, but this is going to be your homework, this page, the number and consecutive integer problems. And it's just going to be 13 through 19 and 22.